Hello there. Oh, very, very busy, I'm afraid. Serious things afoot. Dark and dastardly distractions, derailing direction and deferring devotion. I'm afraid I must do away with the show this week. Just kidding. We have fun. I am here. Here I am. I was gone a minute, but I am back this next minute. Hello. This way. I'm over here. I'm sorry I can't come to you. You will have to come to me yet again. As you do, don't be afraid. I know it's a bit chaotic in here tonight. The doors have been rattling in the hallways for some days now. Voices on the other side calling out. Frantic, concerned, quite dismayed. They're rather upset. Who? I don't know who. It changes too frequently to even try to know who. Not who, just are. Shattered chandelier on the floor where it crashed just behind me earlier. Faces peering in the windows of the castle, from other rooms and from the stormy view outside, too. Faces that change the longer you look. Mustn't look too long. They pull in and out of the shadows, towards the glass. And when the lightning strikes, their awful eyes are so clear, but only for a second. Poor ghastly ghouls must be so cold out there. Don't let them in, though. Not right now. I can't help, you see. Find me first. When you find me, you'll find me in a strange little room. Very dark, but for a spotlight on me, oddly enough, as I sit. And as I sit, I am being pulled in two directions. One hand, belonging to a lovely and loving midnight blue arm, graceful claws each containing a galaxy, and it pulls me up by the top of my head. Straight and tall and an open channel, and full of bliss I become, free and spacious. But the other hand, a greedy green and crimson clawed thing, monstrous and reaching and gripping, pulls my head down towards my hands, which pick at the nails and the cuticles until they bleed, until I am hunched and closed up and caught in a trap of my own flesh. A trap of my own flesh. Wait, what am I talking about? I don't have flesh. I don't have hands. I don't have a head. All my lives have been a journey from form to formlessness, formlessness to form again. And now this is an occasion for formlessness, let me tell you. So let's do it. Time to go again. There. It's all right. You're in here with me now. Got rid of the castle for just a moment to remind you that it's not there. You know that, right? You know it's not there. Unlike where we are now, which is much more, very much more real. What is this, then? I'm not sure. It's the space beyond the castle. Maybe it's just an even bigger castle. An even more haunted castle. I'm kidding. It certainly doesn't seem to be. But nothing seems to be the same, and certainly not seeing. Seeing is not the same here. I couldn't possibly describe it. Can you not see it? Well, as I said, seeing is not the same here. We shall have to develop a new way of seeing here. The old tricks don't work here. We'll need some new ones. Or some very ancient ones, maybe. Well, let's start simply. See your breath. Even, steady, full. Whether inhale or exhale, conscious or unconscious, even, steady, full. See it. As it fills you up, see it taking you over for a little. And as you absorb some of it, know that some of you leaves with that breath too. Flies away and goes out. Where does it go? Where are you sending it? Where do you go? Here, in the darkness, where seeing is not quite seeing. Where will you send yourself? On your own breath? It has been 30 episodes in my castle. It was a nice idea. And it's not going anywhere. We'll return. But I want you to know the things banging on the doors and windows, the things pulling you this way and that, dark and dastardly distractions derailing direction and deferring devotion. They are only so important. I know sometimes it seems like they are very, very, very significant. I know sometimes it feels like the little things taking little bites at your equilibrium, one at a time. It feels like they have the ability to overpower you. I know. They do it to me, too. But they are nothing. Each and every one of them, when measured against this all-embracing space that is you. And if we slip and fall on the way, it's all right. We each do. And you mustn't fear. We must remember this space. We must remember this space. We must remember this space. Oh, friends, this is the priority. This is the Holy Grail. This is the and I'm back, pulled back. Here's my head again, looking down towards my hands and the bright false light held within them. Hands dry and bloody. There they are again, of course. And the doors are rattling and rattling, and the hands pulling at the back of my neck to keep me looking down. And they grasp with their claws, and I almost see the face they're attached to. And the ones pulling me to sit tall and straight and trying to send me back into that blessed space, that peace, that breath that I am in and is in me. They are failing because they worked so hard. They tried so hard, and for a time they won. But I cannot always be there. Otherwise, I'd forget myself. I'd forget this castle. And it would crumble and fall. Illusion that it is. Someone has to take good care of it. Might as well be me, since I love it so. I do not want to look down at false and faithless things like my funny little phone or my fragile and finite flesh. I cannot always look up into space and not see my breath until the end of time, which is never. But I can look ahead of me. And in this present moment, I see a computer and a screen with words on it. I can try my best to inhabit both worlds. I can try my best to inhabit more than that even. Maybe I inhabit all worlds. It just depends which one I choose to look at. It just seems like there is so much to do sometimes. And some things grab at me with greedier claws. Harder to pay attention to the gentler ones, isn't it? But much more important to do so. I will keep looking forward and try to type it out. Maybe I can make some sense of it. The castle becomes more elaborate the more I stay in it. And I know the torches are false, and the wallpaper is not really there, and the creatures banging at the doors are just imaginary. Just fun and games. Just a dance, really. But it worked, right? It brought you here. to wherever you landed. And you heard me in the distance. How kind of you. And you followed my voice because you knew I could not come to you. And now you've found your way to me. Here I am. I have no name for this room. This is where I go, to be pulled in one direction by a hungry spirit who wants me to keep my eyes down. Green arm and red claws reaching around my neck and forcing me to look down. Heart racing as the noises grow louder. Something's coming, and I cannot stop it, so why look up? And to be pulled in another by a gentle soul who wants me to sit tall and straight and see the magic in my breath. Dark blue arms with nighttime claws gently holding my head aloft on my shoulders. My back pressed against whoever this one is who breathes deeply to show me how to do it. And feeling someone else breathe reminds you to do it too. In, out, in, out. Sometimes I sink. Sometimes I float, but most often I find myself in the middle, trying only to describe what it is that's going on, probably failing. And then there you are, standing there. Because you found me here. Hello there. Very, very busy, I'm afraid. Serious things afoot. Dark and dastardly distractions, derailing direction and deferring devotion. I'm afraid I must do away with the show this week. Just kidding. We have fun. I am here. Here I am. I was gone a minute, but I am back this next minute. Hello. Hi there, my friends, and thank you so much for listening to episode 230 of On a Dark, Cold Night. This is Kristen Zaza, your host, your writer, your narrator, composer, podcaster, form and formless indeed. And I hope you've been well. I missed you last week as I had to do some other living life things, and I've been struggling with some of the different directions I feel myself pulled in sometimes lately. But if you're with me on that, then maybe the idea of taking breaks to look in different directions can help. It's what I'm trying anyway. And whether I'm looking up into my own spaciousness and within my own breath, or finding myself caught up in the world of flesh and phones and fear and fun, or whatever other human stuff we have to deal with, or whether I'm in between and trying to process what it is to learn to live and love while being pulled in these different directions. Well, as I said, I think it's important we have fun. Prioritize our own serenity, presence of mind, and joy. Jumping in first with a word from our sponsor, Blissy. I've recently had my sleep and self-care routines improved significantly with my brand new Blissy pillowcase, and I'm really excited to tell you about it. Blissy's award-winning 100% mulberry silk pillowcases do wonders for your hair and skin. That's because while cotton absorbs moisture, silk keeps it in your hair and on your skin. Moisturized hair means less frizz, tangles, and breakage. Moisturized skin means less redness, flakiness, dryness, and wrinkles. And Blissy pillowcases certainly come to the rescue when it comes to all of those. They regulate temperature, keeping you cool at night. They're naturally hypoallergenic and machine washable. They make fantastic gifts that come in gorgeous packaging. I've noticed a huge difference in my skin and hair since I've started using mine. I don't know if you know, but I've got pretty wild curly hair that can easily go frizzy and unmanageable. But I've found I can just get up and go in the morning now, which is pretty new for me. And it's just so comfortable and nice. And the convenience of being machine washable is a pretty big help too. Everybody loves them. They have a ton of different prints and colors. And they make great gifts because there's an option for literally anyone. Men, women, people, ghosts, sea monsters, you name it. They have over 1 million raving fans, and you could be next. Try now risk-free for 60 nights at blissy.com/coldnight and get an extra 30% off. That's BLISSY.com/coldnight, COLDNIGHT, and use code COLDNIGHT to get an additional 30% off. Your skin and hair will thank you. Thanks for that, friends. And big thanks as always going out to everyone who supports the show monthly on Patreon. If you'd like to support the show over Patreon, I'll let you know about some perks you can get. Every monthly patron of $1 or more US receives access to my complete soundtrack of over 200 downloadable tracks. Every monthly patron of $5 or more US gets that, a monthly tarot reading video uploaded on every full moon, and a weekly quick moment meditation. To learn more, visit patreon.com/darkcoldnight. You can also access those quick moment meditations on Thursdays by becoming a subscriber to the Sonar Plus Apple Podcast channel for $3.99 a month. You can find that by going to my podcast page on Apple or searching the Sonar Network or going to thesonarnetwork.com. And we have t-shirts and hoodies for purchase at bonfire.com/on-a-dark-cold-night. As always, I would also be thrilled if you left me a rating and a review, however you prefer to do so. You can do so on my Apple Podcast page for On a Dark Cold Night, or on Spotify or Facebook or wherever else you like to rate and review podcasts. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter at A Dark Cold Night, Instagram at Dark Cold Night Podcast, or on my Facebook or YouTube pages just called On a Dark Cold Night, or on TikTok at Kristen Zaza. If you have a question you'd like to hear inspire a story for an upcoming episode, you can reach out to me over social media and I would love to hear your thoughts. And of course, in recent news, my album, Favorite Little Songs from On a Dark Cold Night, is on Spotify and lots of other music streamers. Check that out by searching for Favorite Little Songs from On a Dark Cold Night or Kristen Zaza. Thank you so much, my friends. Whether you're going to sleep now, or going somewhere, or just allowing yourself to be for a little while, whatever comes next for you now, look up, breathe deep, have fun. This podcast has been brought to you by the Sonar Network. Sonar.